Karen Bravo is the Dean of the Indiana University Robert H. Mckinney School of Law and also a history maker. She's the first black person to land the role. Bravo, indeed. Good morning, Dean. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's morning time. How are you?
I am well. Good morning, and good morning, Jamaica. How is everyone there?
It is just great to see you. Congratulations on your being the first black person. That must be feeling really good about that.
I do. Thank you. Of course, it does bring its responsibilities as well.
I can imagine. All right, let me start from the beginning. Tell me about how you got to where you are, why you leave us in Jamaica, and which school you used to go and stuff like that. Tell me about all of that.
All right, I'm going to start with the easy part, which is which school I used to go to. And that is first St. George's Primary School, Duke Street, Kingston, and then St. Andrew's High School, right there in Halfway Tree, and on to the University of the West Indies, where I did languages and sociology in my studies.
Fantastic. When you said St. George's, Simone, my co-host, is beside me, and she put up the because she went there also. All right, so
well, big up St. George's then.
well, I went to St. George's College, so you guys are close to me. Why law? Why law in the first place? And how soon did you decide that that's what you wanted to do?
Well, why law? How soon? It took me a while to decide to go into law. My real passion was international languages, so I studied French, Spanish, pardon me, and German while at UWI. Then I came to the US, and to be frank, there were other native speakers who were much more facile with the language than I. And I then started working with a law firm and decided I would try to do law myself. And you see the results.
And did you have any other idea about doing anything else, or when you decided on law, that was it?
Well, I had to struggle between doing law and history, to tell you the truth, because I love history. I think it's important that we understand our background as not only as a country, but as human beings, that there is such richness and knowledge to be gained. But I also thought if I do a history degree, what would my career be? And I decided that it was better to do a profession. And I've been able to have both history and law combined in my studies and my writings and scholarship.
Yeah, you said that your position comes with responsibility. How has it gone thus far?
It has been, let's say, the year of COVID. So it's been even more exciting than I could have anticipated, meaning that with COVID, a lot of the things that we would have done had to be put in the background while we merely survived and thrived during COVID, keeping the institution running, making sure we had classes, all the things that everyone around the world has had to deal with. So I am not complaining.
Yeah.
We will then be embarking on plans, and already are doing so, to really strengthen the law school, strengthen its outreach to the community, and contribute towards serving justice, as is the role of any law school.
Yeah, the president of the Indiana University, in preparing for this, said you focus on the structured causes of vulnerability. Explain that, please.
Of course. Some of my research has been on slavery in its present form and human trafficking. And instead of looking at the results only, I look at what are the reasons, the economic, cultural, sociological reasons why we have exploitation, including severe forms of exploitation in not only the US, but around the world.
Yeah, we just had an interview earlier with a lawyer, a Jamaican lawyer living in Florida, and we spoke about what happened in Texas with the Haitian folks. Any thoughts on what you saw, what you know?
Well, it was pretty shocking and very similar in the dynamics, in the pictorial dynamics to what one would have seen, I think, in the 17th and 18th century. And so, very unfortunate. My thoughts are that we need to do better. We need to do better both as a country, but also as an international community, realizing that all of us are human beings and all of us deserve an opportunity, really, to advance, to grow, to learn, and to thrive.
And it seems like that's almost your mantra, that you will continue to advance and learn and strive. Where do you go next?
Where do I go next? Well, first I have to have a vision that is implemented here at Indiana University to continue to work with all my constituents, students, faculty, staff, community, to make sure that the law school plays its role. It has a very important role here in the state, creating, transforming the lawyers that will join the legal profession. And so it's really important that we continue that work even in the midst of COVID, and that we broaden our scope and reach people who otherwise would not be able to go to law school, and reach clients who otherwise would not be able to afford attorneys.
Yeah, I said at the top, and obviously everyone knows now that you're the first Black person to get this position. How much does that mean to you personally?
Well, I have to say, when I was going through the process, that was not the thing that was at the top of my mind, that if I were to succeed, I was going to be the first Black person, the first Black woman person to do so. Now that I am in the role, and especially after my appointment, the murder of George Floyd took place in the United States, together with the movements for Black Lives Matter and for equality. It really resonated that there is a great deal further to go, that it's 2021 and it shouldn't be unusual, yet it is. In fact, I am part of a wave of women Black deans. There are now, I believe, 27 women Black deans in the United States in the law schools here. So we're making progress in that regard, and we're all working really hard to make sure that our achievements translate to achievements for others.
Oh, fantastic, and congrats again. Anyone in Jamaica you want to say hi to before you go?
Oh, definitely. My nephew, Jordan Bravo, I want to say hello to. And I also have my cousins, Elroy and Delroy Delprat in St. Thomas, that I want to say hello to. As well, St. Andrew High School for Girls. I know that what a marvelous institution to be a graduate of, and I know that they continue to do great things. So big up St. Andrews as well.
Congrats again, ma'am. God bless you. Thank you so much for spending some time with us this morning. Stay safe.
Well, thank you so much.
Dean of the Indiana University Robert H. Mckinney School of Law, Dr. Karen Bravo. Lots more, but our second edition of News in 5 comes up in about 3 minutes. Stay with us, please. Soon come back.